Hey guys, it's Tom Box here. Thanks for tuning into MST.TV, and it's Monday story time, but rather than give you guys the typical story time, we're going to be doing coverage over the competitive events that happened over the past weekend, which would be YCS Knoxville and Nationals in Germany. Lots of Yu-Gi-Oh! You guys can get like 24 hours of Yu-Gi-Oh! If you really wanted to. But for YCS, I'll be talking about the top 8 decks since it's relevant to us here in North America. And we'll talk about the play-by-play of the top 4 and the finals feature match, so we can kind of break it down and kind of give my 2 cents on this whole matter. And for the Germany side, I'll give you guys a quick recap on the final feature match, which I did catch on stream. I watched the whole thing from beginning to end, and we'll talk about the winners and their decks as well, so stay tuned for that. But before anything, check this thing out right here. The Field Center of 2019 from MST is here, so you guys can check out the link in the description below to get yours. Limited quantity, of course, so yeah, check it out. It's really nice. It took a long time to make this one. If you want to help support this channel and collect field centers from one of your favorite YouTubers, well, this is available option right now. I guess I'm only shipping to Canada and the US, so yeah, there's a bit of a limitation there. But yeah, anyways, let's get into this. Okay, for YCS Knoxville's top 8 representation, representing Danger Chaos Thunder Dragon or Danger Thunder Dragon, we have Faisal Khan, Gitan Georges, Sebastian Sanchez, and our Canadian brother-in-arms, Jesse Cotton. Salute to you, of course. Among all these players, a lot of these guys have YCS titles under their belt, especially Faisal Khan. He was dubbed as the next Patrick Hope, and he's definitely living up to his name for sure. Jesse Cotton, I think you're a very humble guy. I've seen you in other videos, so you and I should talk sometime. It'd be very nice. But anyways, yeah, congratulations to you guys for making to the top 8 using Danger Thunder Dragons. But for Orcus, Sky Striker, Trickstar, Phantom Knight, I'm a bit surprised here how there isn't any Orcus Danger. Perhaps you guys can leave a comment down in the comment section of why the Danger ones did not make it forward. Is it the lack of consistency? Is it the RNG factor in there? Yeah, let me know what you guys think about that. But Jeff Jones, a fan favorite, and Dominic Couch, these are 2 that represented the Orcus lineup. For Sky Striker, our remaining 2 spots, we have 1 Sky Striker player, a Junior Dorson, I can't pronounce your name, I'm sorry about that. And for the 1 Salad player, we have Larry Musgrove. And among these players, the 4 players that kind of move forward, we have Gitan Georges, Jesse Cotton, Dominic Couch, and Larry Musgrove, which knocks out Sky Striker from the top 4. Still, amazing job for sure, but this also means that there aren't going to be any more Mystic Minds among the top 4, so unless someone secretly teched it in. And I guess now we can go into the top 4 feature match play-by-play. So I'm just going to look over on this side because there's just way too much for me to remember, so I'll just put up the text right here so you guys can see it as well. So for the top 4 feature match, we have Couch's Orcus versus George's Danger Thunder Dragon. So Couch was able to choose who gets to go first, so he chose to go first himself, starting off with a Candina into a light stage into Coralbane, and that just means there's going to be some mermaid plays. And to be honest, this play is basically unstoppable for a game 1 against a Thunder Dragon. We don't run any hand traps in most standard builds, and it does seem like this is the case. So without any hand traps, you're going to be able to make a full board, and you only really need 1 card to make a full board, just as the Candina is able to do so. And the other 4 cards, they can be whatever you want to interrupt the combo the next turn, or perhaps additional pluses and just solidifying the board that you can make. It's just unsurmountable in terms of what you can do. Then it becomes George's turn. So what was left on the field? We get 2 Fog Blades at the back row, including a Crescendo, and there's already a Babel face up. That means there's the interruption coming from the Symbol Skeletons. You have 2 negations that you get to basically negate another card for free, which banishes the card thanks to Crescendo. So Georges begins his turn with Allure of Darkness, so he's not running a Seconds of Light build. It gets negated straight out of the gate, and it is probably the right play to do because it stops a Thunder Dragon from amassing hand advantage. And since we play nothing but monsters, you don't want us to have any monsters, and limiting our monster is quite crucial. I've done the comparison. You know, if the Orcus player gets going, they are a gas station. They get to refuel and recycle constantly, whereas Danger Thunder Dragon is like the guy driving a Ferrari. He's gonna burn through his gas super fast, but he gets to go really far, and hopefully you don't get the chance to repump up to kind of catch up. Yeah, I guess that's actually a fair analysis to the 2. So Allure gets Crescendoed, it gets banished, And then for the rest of the cards in his hand, he has a bunch of danger monsters, and I'm just going to read through it right here. He activates Bigfoot. Bigfoot gets summoned out, which lets him draw Solar. He discarded something else. And then he normal summons out his Solar, only for it to get negated, and gets Fog Bladed by the first Fog Blade. Nessie gets activated, ditches the Brotor in hand, which summons out the Nessie and drew Thunder Dragon, regular, OG Thunder Dragon. Ditches the OG Thunder Dragon to draw 2 more Thunder Dragons. Next, he activates Tsuchinoko. Tsuchinoko ditches a Thunder Dragon and gets to summon into Phoenix. Turns his 2 Nessie and Tsuchinoko into Phoenix, targeting the Babel, and negated again by Fog Blade, the second Fog Blade, and yeah, he proceeds to Scoop Phase because he knows he's gonna die in the next turn because it's basically an OTK. So yeah, that was a quick summary of Game 1. It does seem like this is the pattern of these games, not gonna lie. So next we have Game 2. So Georgia starts off with this hand, which is kind of a bit of awkwardness. We have Diabolos, the Dark Lair, Lord of the Lair, Battery Man Solar, Thunder Dragon Dark, Lancia, and Collapse Serpent in his hand. Lancia, one of the best hand drops. Unfortunately, you're going first, and the reason why going first with Lancia is very awkward is that what if you accidentally ditch it with a danger monster? Unfortunately, this hand had 0 danger, so that's not exactly a problem. So he's going to proceed to start off his turn with Battery Man Solar, negated by Ash Blossom Joyous Spring. Yeah, that really sucks, because now if you look at the board, he has the Diablos in his hand that's stuck there. He has a Thunder Dragon Dark. Battery Man Solar is a light monster, so even if he converts into a Thunder Dragon Colossus, Darkest Diablos isn't jumping out anywhere soon. Lancia is still in hand, and Collapse Serpent can't summon itself, so you're basically stuck now. So he proceeds to do as much as he can, starting with a ditching of the Thunder Dragon Dark, discards it for itself, and then converts his Battery Man Solar into a Colossus and proceeds to pass turn. He does have a Lancia though. Unfortunately, Georgia shares the same curse where any Orcus opponent I play will always have the perfect out, and well, Couch is now blessed with this +1 to destroy boards, so starts off his turn with a Hornet Drones. Of all cards, a Hornet Drones, it's not even anything that's gonna stop him from searching. Like, looking at this build, this is not like one of those danger builds where you're able to play through a Colossus. If you open with like Terraformings and Engages, it's not going to work out. But he's got the end part of the Engage, which is the Hornet Drones, which means he has full Nightmare Mermaid combo. But seriously, side note, I don't like how, but you know, back in Sky Striker days, everyone just splashed Sky Striker because you can just play Hornet Drones. This is kind of the same idea to some degree. Maybe Mermaid needs to take a little hit on the ban list, just a little bit. Okay, side note, okay, moving ahead. So, right when we get to the Nightmare Mermaid part, Lancia gets negated by a Call by the Grave, and we know where this is going. It's very easy to kill the board. But this is the part where it takes a bit of a weirder turn. Rather than just straight up killing the Colossus and with a Boral Sword, just like kind of just pile driving through the entire play. Like, if you wanted to kill that Colossus, it's very much possible. There's only 1 card in the graveyard, to be honest. Well, technically 2. But you can also send it to the graveyard with Dingirsu. Dingirsu can still attack. But rather than seeing that kind of standard scrub play that I would make, instead he goes ahead and makes Bardiche and into a Dingirsu and uses Bardiche's effect to attempt to pop the Colossus, which gave him an ad, which gave him an additional card, to be honest, which I think was the Thunder Dragon Hawk, which gave him a bit of an extension for the next turn. And since the Thunder Dragon Colossus did not pop, there is no damage being dealt. However, the board still finishes because the Bardiche retached a material. The board still finishes with Bardiche, 1 back row, Simple Skeleton ready, Galatea face up, and there is a Babel on the field. That back row was a Fog Blade. So I guess we're proceeding to another turn. I didn't expect that there was going to be another turn, but here we go. And now Hawk goes ahead and revives the Thunder Dragon Dark. And with the Dark and the Colossus, they proceed to make a Phoenix. But Phoenix is negated by the Couch's Fog Blade. And there was a Snake that was being discarded for the cost of, for the Phoenix. And Snake gets summoned. Thunder Dragon Duel was added from the Dark because that was sent to the graveyard as well. So that was like all part of this chain. And Nightmare Unicorn was made by Darkest Diablos, but Symbol Skeleton was chained from the graveyard, and we get ourselves a Dingirsu onto a Bardiche arrow, which then attach a Hope Horror, and Bardiche pop the Unicorn. Ouch. That was a major hit, but with the Thunder Dragon duo, he was ready to make a play. Plot twist! George's was issued a slow play warning, but he previously received one, and then it was escalated into a game loss. And since he already lost the first game, that basically cut his tournament run short. No special treatment for the feature table match. Yeah, so that was it. It basically was over by that point anyway, but still he received the penalty, and then that's why his photo on the Konami site, he doesn't look too happy, even though he's holding a PS4 that he just won over the weekend. But still, congratulations to you. I think he still ended up being third place, so he still got a copy of that sweet Chaos Emperor, the Dragon of Armageddon. So still congratulations to you, but we're gonna move on to our finals. And for our finals, we have Orcus versus Danger Thunder Dragon once again. This time we have Dominic Couch versus Jesse Cotton. Orcus versus Danger Thunder. Game 1, Cotton won the die roll and proceeded to combo. Now, this game is really cut short, but there's a couple of interesting points I want to make in here, which is using Crusadia Reclusia, he turned it into Magias, and he tried to summon into Magias. Magias effect gets negated, and then he proceeded to go into Lanfornicus, or Lanfornicus, and proceeds to do his combo using the white and black dragon. Eventually the opponent saw enough of the combo and proceeds to scoop. I guess he realized that this is not Crusadia Guard Dragon, but in fact I think that was just to bait him out. And one interesting note is he used Lanfornicus rather than Beat Cop. Is there a difference between the two? Well, Lanfornicus is not an effect monster, which I guess to some degree you can't get Widow Anchored out, and if your opponent takes away your card, yeah, it does suck, but you can't take this one away. So for anyone playing B-Cop, I guess you can consider using Lanfornicus instead, because you can always go into the Triple Burst Dragon, because Triple Burst Dragon only requires monsters that aren't tokens, and they don't even need to be effect monsters. So that pro tip right there. So I guess we proceed to game 2 now. Now Couch opens with the Trickstar Light stage and attempts to go into the combo. By that I mean he gets into the Coralbane, the Candina, all of that. However, during the combo, Cotton attempted to use Gamma. However, it was ashed. So the Gamma remained in the hand, resulting in Couch playing around that Gamma up until the point of Phantom Knight Bardiche, where he just rammed straight into it. I think he was ready for it by that time. And with that in mind, Gamma negated Bardiche, which prevented them from getting the Fog Blades ready, because it's not a cost to put anything into the grave, which is why you can ash the card. Okay, and so with the Bardiche destroyed, Galatea was summoned back out from the Simple Skeleton. Dingirsu was made. However, the crescendo was set. There was a terraforming that was played to add the field spell, activate the field spell, another back row set, and we proceed to Cotton's turn. And in Cotton's turn, we start off the play strong with Sekka's Light. Negated. That's unfortunate by by the crescendo. Then we have Battery Man Solar, negated again by Impermanence. Jackalope effect, sniped by, well, it gets ditched by Cotton. And then he had a second Jackalope in his hand and a White Dragon Wyvern Burster. At this point, I think he just overplayed a little bit, because he scooped up anyway. He activated the second Jackalope effect, even though he only had the one copy of Wyvern Burster, and the Wyvern Burster gets sniped out of his hand, gets completely sniped out, and that was it. There was nothing else he could do, so he just scooped up. So game 1 and 2, really quick games. And then game 3 happened. Game 3 is probably the most exciting of them all. I mean, everything's on the line, the YCS title and everything. And Cotton had the choice to go first or second, and he chose to go second. And he did open with a Lancia in hand, which is like a contrast to the top 4 game where you had the Lancia in hand and whatever. So we proceed to start the game off. Cotton, of course, does not have my curse of the opponent having everything. So Couch started off with Light Stage into Candina to Coralbane to the Mermaid play. However, that was rejected by Lancia. So when it got to the play where he gets to where you start to banish, before the banishing started to happen, Lancia was chained, and well, Couch terraformed Babel and made Galatea, then Dingirsu. There isn't exactly a lot happening because there's nothing banished. Galatea could not fetch anything. Dingirsu is mainly there just to protect the board. And end phase, Cotton activates his his Thunder Dragon Dark to add it to his hand, so he sets up his graveyard. And that's actually really important because the play was really tight packed. Starting off with the Thunder Dragons, he ditches Thunder Dragon OG to add 2 more OG Thunder Dragons, Chaos Dragon Levianeer, banishing cards in his grave. He did not use the effect to pop anything though. That's one thing to keep in mind. And Dark adds the Hawk. So yeah, you had to banish the Thunder Dragon Dark that he previously put in there. So Hawk gets banished to summon out a Black Dragon, Collapse Serpent. Jackalope drops a Thunder to give another draw. Sekka's Light draws some more. And then Saryuja was made with all 4 monsters that he put on the board to draw even more cards. And then Saryuja's effect, using Saryuja's effect, he summons out the Eclipse Wyvern. And the Eclipse Wyvern gets converted into a Guard Dragon LP. The Eclipse Wyvern's effect is now going to activate, banishing a Chaos Dragon. Eventually, LP gets turned into Brotor, no effect of Brotor, which then gets turned into a Pisty. Pisty revives the Brotor, and the Brotor and the Saryuja gets turned into an Agripane, and then we get a Hot Red summoned right here. Now, apparently, from his draw, he got into another Chaos Dragon Levianeer, and he proceeds to summon that out, banishing the Eclipse Wyvern, which adds another Chaos Dragon Levianeer to his hand. And he builds another massive chain, and he actually makes, during this chain, the opponent, Couch, proceeds to put another body onto the field because he does have the Babble out, and I think I know why Cotton decided not to do any major damage to the board with the Chaos Dragon Levianeer. He did not want to put the Orcus into the graveyard so that he could establish a bigger board presence, and he actually waited till the very last moment before that became an issue. So the Orcus Nightmare got summoned onto the board. I believe that's through Harpour's effect. I think that part of the article wasn't exactly too clear. But Cotton makes another Saryuja using every single monster he had, and he finishes the board with a Colossus using the extra monster. He actually got into a Battery Man Solar, which actually got to summon out the token, which eventually got converted to a Nightmare Unicorn and spun away the Orcus Nightmare. And Couch activates his own effect of scoop up the cards to end match, and that was it. I guess the whole board was basically blown apart because using all the Guard Dragons, he was able to go into another Saryuja. A Colossus was summoned out onto the field with the Battery Man, and then with the Battery Man token and the other cards, and I believe a Danger Monster, that was just enough to overwhelm the entire board. He could just run through this entire board, no questions asked. So that is how this entire tournament played out. So congratulations to Jesse Cotton, giving Danger Thunder Dragon the very first YCS win under that deck's title. I mean, it's done so many tops, but it's never really won. So I think this is your 3rd YCS under your belt, so congratulations. And yeah, that is the YCS rundown. So very interesting choice of choosing to go 2nd, in my opinion. That part, I really don't understand that because that part of the match for me, I'm just always cursed. Like anytime I activate something, your opponent always has something. Anytime I do anything, there's always Sphere Mode. But yeah, that's just the way my luck goes. But that is not how it always ends up. But that is for the YCS side. Now we got the German national side. As for the German Nationals of 2019, for our finals, we have Jack Verma versus Etienne, our Salamander player. I'm just going to call him the Salamander player because I don't want to butcher your name any further. But we got quite a contrast compared to our Orcus versus Danger, the Gas Station versus the Ferrari. But anyways, looking into this matchup, the finals, very interesting matchup. I guess the Salamangers were able to make Abyss Dweller to completely shut down Orcus and Dangers because Abyss Dweller is a major pain point against most of these decks. So yeah, there's that. But anyways, looking into the game 1, I'm not gonna do a full play-by-play for this one. You can watch it on, I guess there's a video somewhere because that was actually streamed on Twitch. But for what happened, there was a bit of a back and forth grind between the two players. However, Jack Verma was slowly amassing advantage, 1 or 2 cards at a time, through the use of Multi-Faker and Silkita's balances. Through those balances and just constantly replaying various cards, he was able to get really far. And Conqueror kept the Salamander player at bay whenever he tried to push. And just then, he ran out of juice, and with an OTK coming forward, this giant Altergeist snowball about to tip over, he proceeded to scoop game 1, giving game 1 to Jack Verma. One more game to go and he's going to win. And then game 2, our Salad player opened very strong, in my opinion. He opened the full combo and he had Effect Failure and Permanence to kind of stun out some of the monsters. If there was an Altergeist that was going to be played, it could get negated. Overall, just lots of things happening. So with our Salad player with the Effect Failure and Permanence, Gazelle Spinny, he's able to kind of just play through most things, the standard play, not much to fear. As for our Altergeist player, he opened with Double Ash, Solemn Strike, Extravagance, and I believe another trap that was not relevant to his hand because he's kind of stuck without a single Altergeist monster. So only one interruption overall. So beginning with the opening turn, our Ita Etienne, our Salad player, begins to summon out Spinny, and he proceeds to Link Summon into Balinx. And with the Balinx, he gets to add the field spell. He also triggered off his Gazelle. Now Gazelle gets summoned out onto the field, and Balinx adds the card to his hand. And then he proceeds to summon out the Spinny from his graveyard and proceeds to facepalm. If you guys notice what's wrong with this play, it's because you guys know how this is one of the most basic plays in Salamangreats, and he facepalm live on camera, just like, oh my god. He botched it really bad because he forgot to activate Gazelle. I mentioned this in previous misplay videos. Like, the most common misplays of Salamangreat is that they forget to use Gazelle's effects to throw the card into the graveyard. He performed just that. I think he cracked under pressure, or he was a bit overconfident that his hand's like, oh yeah, this hand's really good. But I think he cracked under pressure and completely forgot about it. And, you know, brain fart moving forward, he was not feeling it afterwards. You could in the chat, it was like, this is the look of a defeated man. So he tried to do his play, but remember, there was an Ash Blossom, so using the Gazelle and the Spinny, he proceeds to Link Summon, not Link Summon, but overlay into Mirage Stalio, activate the effect, that gets ashed, and now the board is really weak. Plays the field spell, converts the Relink Summon of Balinx, and passes turn. Oh man. So with the Extravagance play, moving forward, because there was nothing else that you can really do, there was an Extravagance to extend the play for the Altergeist player. He actually got some pretty good cards and eventually got into a multi-faker, and with the traps, yeah, it was kind of one-sided, even though it took a bit of time, but the Solemn Strikes and the other traps eventually bought one additional turn for the Altergeist player to slowly push out monsters. And the moment that the multi-fakers was successfully able to resolve, I think that was the moment where he scooped up the cards for our Salad player, and that's when he realized he's done goofed. So I guess the winner of German Nationals, and a deck to be added to my top tier list of 2019 of June, Altergeist makes one spot there, and as well as Salamangreats for making to the top as well. But yeah, that is it for this story time, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the full summary here. If you guys want a TLDR version, I don't have one. I guess congratulations, Jesse Cotton, Danger Thunder 1. And there was a lot of things to read about, so yeah, definitely check out those articles if you want. If you guys enjoyed this video, hit me up with a thumbs up. Hopefully I recaptured everything that you really needed to know. If you guys want to see more stuff from MST.TV, hit that like button. I've got a ruling video regarding the most common illegal plays that I've seen coming up for this week, so stay tuned for that. Yeah, hit the subscribe, hit the notification bell, ding that little thing. And it is really hot in here. If you're wondering why I'm so shiny, it's because I'm sweating and I'm gross. And that is all I got for this video, so I'll see you guys in the next one. Hey guys, thanks for watching. If you like this video, please drop us a like so we know we are doing a good job. And you can also subscribe to MST.TV for more fantastic videos by clicking on the button on the left. Don't forget to check out our partners at Imperium Duelist. They make really high quality mats, including some of my own limited edition release stuff. And if you want to check out one of our past videos, click here on the right. As always, don't forget to hold on to your MST.TV, and I'll see you next time.